There we go. Everybody ready? We are.
Start her up.
Hey everybody, welcome to another live stream with GFW Trains. It's Fast Friday, and hope that you're having a great Friday. Kick back, relax, grab yourself an iced tea. I'm Wally, and I'm here with our special guest,
Steve,
all the way from New York, Stephen Koferl. Hey, welcome to GFW Trains in the Worldwide Studio.
glad
Stephen.
to be here.
So it's great. We've got a special big guest star with us. Last week we had OG George with us. This week we've got Stephen Koferl. We've got some of the OG classics. Oh, blank screen.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear us, everybody? No video. What?
No video.
All right, let me try this again, boys and girls. How are we doing now? Hopefully everyone can get us now. Welcome to the GFW Trains, where we're smoking people out, if you can see it. All right, how about video? We got the video. We've got some issues with the StreamYard
I
tonight.
hear you, but
All right, we're in living color. Right
there
on.
we go. Hey,
So for those of you that were listening, now you got us in full color. Welcome to Fast Friday at GFW Trains, running trains with friends. And we're glad that you're here. We are glad that Steven's here. So he's live and in color all the way
glad
from
to
New
be
York.
here from New York. Finally, you gave me some nice weather today, and
Yes,
got me up flying around and whatnot. But
fantastic.
yeah,
Fantastic. Welcome to everybody from the stream again. I'm sorry about the beginning little mix up there with the StreamYards was kind of giving me a little heck before I was going on, but we're here and we're talking and running trains. So got some cool trains on the layout today. We have got our Pennsylvania Steam on the high track running around, and if you're new from the last couple of weeks, we got the high track over here that's running here in the Worldwide Studio. And then down underneath, I don't know how long we're going to be able to keep this one going because it's MTH and it is smoking. And it is smoking like you would not believe. We've got our Yellowstone on the lower track with some DM&R, Duluth Iron, DM&IR. We'll just go with that. Or cars on the bottom. And also, we've got one of the newer ones running around here. That we've got. Oh, we didn't get that one running. Oversight there on that.
it was running.
So we got those two that are running right now. We've got the third one, which is down for the count. Steven's on that. So I hope everyone's doing well. You think I think that one's got the power on there, doesn't it?
I believe so. It's 39, right?
Yep. And in case you were wondering, George will be here a little bit. He was out doing some stuff, and he'll be coming in a little bit later. But we'd like to welcome everybody who's here with us in the stream. And if we're just rolling on the show, do me a huge solid and smash that like button for us. It does a big help in terms of getting the show out there on the algorithm. But it's so cool to see it. And let's welcome some of these people.
Responding.
Okay. Let's get some of these people here and welcome them into the stream. So people we got in, we will give them a whistle. Let's see if we can get that whistle on the top track there. You'll be in charge of the whistles there.
Okay.
All right. 7-4. There we go. All right. So who do we got here in the house? We got Kinerail 8098. Good to have you here. Welcome to the stream. CSX GEET44AC. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Country Trains, always doing the GFW Trains live stream pre-show over there. I didn't get a chance to check that out, but I'm going to have to loop back around. Another one of our favorite channels.
A little later.
Right on, right on. We got Camilio the Gamer, Camilio the Gamer 3557. Welcome to the stream. Let's see, Slagcat, Chesapeake, Ohio Railroad's in the house. Of course, we've got North Country. We already said him, but he is checking in again. Do not stingy with those whistles. We got Grandpa OG George, who's out visiting my sister in Utah. It's her birthday today. Happy birthday! Yes. Happy birthday! Friday the 13th, August 13th. My sister was born. So happy birthday, Annette. Hope you're watching. Hope you guys are having a great time out there in Utah. We got Lambo in the house. Good to see you, Lambo. We'll get back to what brings Mr. Koferl to the Worldwide Studio in the Midwest. We flew him in and boy, are his arms tired. Yeah. Let's see here. Yep. OG Dad. James Trains in the house. Good to see you, James Trains. Devon McKenzie, how you doing? Tim Lewis. DV Tech. Sorry about that video again, guys. Paul Coker. How you doing, everybody? Model Train Mania 2009's in the house. Tim Lewis, glad you can make it here. Let's see here. We got Lambo. We got all right. I think we got everybody. We got Bellum upstairs. Yep. And I think we're doing good on that. Robert Zimmerman, how you doing, Robert? Thank you for coming to the stream. Right. So yeah, we're all caught up, and Mike Minetti's here in the house. I was wondering if he was going to go on, come on and see that MTA smoking.
Yeah.
Ooh, man, you should see it. It's like a den of iniquity.
Yes.
Here with all the smoke just hanging
hanging low.
Right. So, Stephen, we are glad to have you out here. And one of the cool things that's just happened within the last couple of weeks, and I know I'm going to take some crap from some of our usuals from around the area here, is they just have been opening up everything. We had our first train show a couple of weeks ago.
I know.
Or not a couple of weeks ago, but last Sunday. And oh my gosh, I went nuts. I know. I think everyone's excited. I've been out and about. The clubs had some activities, and in fact, last weekend I had a bunch of the members over my house, and we were running trains the whole weekend. And I said, I think I got more usage than it's seen in its entire life. It was running 6-7 hours a day, and thank God it held up. That's all I got to say is no major issues. We made it through. It's perfect. You never know what's going to happen with the layout, right?
As soon as you're going live, that's when everything rolls off.
Exactly. There's something little. I'll take just one train not running this morning or this evening. I turned around and realized that we've got one less train running than we were planning on it. But when George comes in, I'm sure that he's going to get that up and going. So welcome to the stream, everybody. Please, again, if you could smash that like button, I would certainly appreciate that on everything. But so you've had a chance to, let's back up a little bit. Let's back up a couple steps. So some of the people on here might not know you. So you and I met, actually, George, you and I all met.
Back, over a year ago, back in, I guess it was just about April.
Right.
Beginning of April, you were starting the live streams, and I signed on and really enjoyed the content. So I was watching every day, and that's when you put out that request for some videos.
Right.
And I shot a few little clips going, there's going to be a problem transferring the videos. I don't know much about emailing that larger file. Finally, I decided it was easier to set up the YouTube channel to post these clips, and that's how I shared them. And then we just kept in contact the whole time, and I said, I want to get out there. So
and it's cool because, that's one of the, every week, everyone always says I give my speech. But this is kind of one of the fruits of the speech is that you meet some good friends. And
that's absolutely true, yeah.
In fact, for those of you that are listening, Steven's here, and we're going to have an open house here at the GFW Trains Worldwide Studio tomorrow. And everybody who's welcome, or everybody who's out there and who's watching this is welcome. We'd love to have as many people over as possible. Just let me know that you're coming, if you could beforehand, so I know how much food to get. Let me get up here. Please email me at trainbuds@gmail.com and let me know that you're coming. But we're going to have an open house. We'll be running trains here in the Worldwide Studios. We're going to be having a lot of fun.
I'm looking forward to meeting everyone. I've been communicating with a few of them. They've been pushing, when am I coming? When am I getting out here? So I was posting my daily progress as I drove cross country and whatnot. And I've got quite the trip from here. I go down to Indiana and then back to New York. And I got upstate New York I'm going to be visiting as well. So it's going to be busy.
All over the place.
Yeah, the next week or two.
Right. So we've been going and showing Steve all around and doing some stuff. And we've got a big day planned for tomorrow. Not only do we have that open house over here again, trainbuds@gmail.com. Just shoot me email so that I know that you're coming. We can plan on that. And I'll give you the address to get out here and everything like that. And do we have to bring our own iced tea? No. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have plenty of iced tea for everybody that comes.
There you go.
Plenty of iced tea for everybody that comes. But another thing, as Bill was saying, Bill Koferl, a good friend of mine, is this week is the Sycamore Steam Show, which is a big deal for everybody who is in the Prairie State Railroad, because Prairie State Railroad goes out to the steam show in Sycamore Steam, the steam show in Sycamore, the Sycamore Steam Show. And we have a layout out there and we operate trains. So George is going to be out there the next couple of days operating trains. And when he's done, everybody's going to come back for open house.
Yep.
So that'll be fun. And if you're from the area, the Illinois area, I would encourage everybody to go out to that steam show too. And that's where Bill is right now. He's running his steam engine out there, I'm sure.
Very nice.
Yeah,
it should be good, and we're hoping the weather cooperates. And that was the problem. We were going to do some live steaming last week, and it just rained us out. We couldn't do it, but I'm looking forward to getting to see some of that this week.
Cool. Well, Train Storm PR Marquette Production just rolled through the door, as well as Sid's Trains is a good friend of yours out there.
Yes.
And man, I saw some pictures, Sid, of you guys having a good time over there at Steven's house. I'm jealous. The next time I know that's going to happen, I'm going to get in my car and head right on out there, and I'm going to have to show you young guys how to do it. Right, yes. Old guys, I'm going to teach you how to run trains, huh? Yeah. So that sounds great. I got my train buds up there, so I'm missing out on. Hold on a second here. Take that one off.
There you go.
Get this up. And Sid's Trains. All right. Sid's Trains. And Train Storms in the house. Good to see you guys, as well as thanks for coming by, guys. Kick back, relax, grab yourself a nice iced tea, and let's talk some trains this evening. Hey, Captain Chase G is also here. Smash that like button if you would. George is out. He has got a cross-country event this evening, so he's there doing that.
He was ready to give it up, and we told him he really needed to get out there, support his team there and whatnot, and he'll be back a little later.
Right.
So.
I think there might be a girl, though.
Could be,
I don't know. Hey, Randall Ellison's in the house. Good to see you, Randall. Randall, you see your boxcar back over there? It was cool. I mean, he had a giveaway, and we won, and he sent us out a boxcar that's proudly displayed on the GFW Trains train, as well as the 2000 boxcar from James Trains. James is always on my case about open house, so hopefully he gets a chance to come out here and hang out and everything like that. Yep.
You're going to the open house at James Trains, yeah.
So Sid's wondering if he's going to the open house. I hope he does. My dad says, you guys didn't know it, Wally actually has his pilot's license and might fly out on the sea.
See?
That is true. I would have to. I could probably steal one of my brother's planes or one of my dad's planes, just hop out there and whoop.
There you go.
It's just street wide enough to land the airplane on.
We got the airport close by.
Right, I
get the clearance. And
I like landing at airports as opposed to. I like landing at airports as opposed to streets.
And I can definitely get you pick you up at the airport and get you back to the house and whatnot.
Right. So, yeah. So, James, congratulations on the 500 subscriptions.
Congratulations!
And
yes.
good job on getting into that 500 subscriptions. James got a great channel. And I'm going to say my speech right now. We've got a really cool YouTube community here. And you know what? We were all back doing stuff like we used to do, where we don't have as much time on YouTube, but we're still all train buds, guys. We're still all train buds. And make sure that we support each other, check out each other's channel and the content and everything like that, because it's really neat. In fact, Steve, you've got a YouTube channel that I'd like to take a second to promote.
I have to get back to it. I got to apologize to all my subscribers. The last few weeks been busy with the planning for the get-together at my place and then coming out here. But hopefully in the next week or two, I'll get back to getting some content out there and whatnot. I'm happy to provide, a little glimpse into my corner of the hobby and whatnot.
Yeah, no, and I love it. Yeah, you've got a lot of neat videos on there, right? Everything from going to train museums to it seems that your specialty though is showing your collection and showing your different layouts. Why don't you tell a little bit? And before I go on, make sure you check out and subscribe to Steven's YouTube video. There's a link in the description below, so check that out. Let's see if we can get him some subscribers tonight. And beyond that, it's a really cool channel. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the channel is called Steve's Hobbies, and basically what we've shown a lot of is the train end of it. But to the guys that were out at the house, I know we didn't get out into the garage with the weather we had, but there is antique cars out there. I'm also into music boxes, musical instruments and whatnot, so I have a few of each of those. I enjoy building things, so I've got a grandfather's clock I've already built. I'm looking forward to getting into the station regulator and getting that built and whatnot. So there's a lot of different hobbies, but most of it is the train layouts. There are 2 layouts in the basement. One is a modern high rail, or I should say high rail, as opposed to super detailed, based on the 50s when I grew up, when I was born. And then I have the post-war, pre-war tin plate and post-war.
So 2 separate layouts, right?
Side by side. And then you surround the room with, there's the jukebox, there's the slot machines, the collection of train memorabilia.
Quite the eclectic man cave. If you guys gotta go see it. Gotta go on his YouTube channel and see this man cave that you've got.
So, yeah, and it's been fun. I gotta say, I had gotten out of the hobby, the train table was sitting there, and watching you and George got me back into it. Then I started because a few of my followers pushed me into getting rid of a temporary layout I had there for the pre-war and post-war stuff, and building the permanent layout. And I'm glad with the way that's turned out. It's almost complete, and but no layout's ever 100%.
Right. Yeah. It's always a work in progress,
and,
right?
The one thing I have to say is I've heard over and over again through the years that this hobby's dying. And I got to say, with COVID, seeing all the young individuals and the knowledge base that they have and the interest in this hobby, no one can ever tell me this hobby's dying. I'm a firm believer it's in good hands to the next generation, as you call them.
Right.
And I'm just thrilled with the outlook for our hobby.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that it's a really neat, and you've really fanned the flames on a lot of young.
I try. I got to say they do as much for me as I hope to give back to them. So it's a giving both ways and sharing. The ideas that these individuals come up with, I would have never in a lifetime thought of some of them, and I try to incorporate and bring a little of that to my layouts and my videos. So always welcome to hear comments, and they're always positive. So.
I know. I love that. I love that. So, hey, Captain G, thanks for buying some of the merch. If anybody else is interested in buying merch, there is a link in the description below. We're both wearing GFW Train shirts here, and it's pretty cool. There's everything on there from GFW Trains, face masks, cell phone cases, the t-shirts. So check that out, and I appreciate the support, Captain G, and I really thank you for the kind words about the channel. Blah, 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 blah. I saw a something here. Somebody, Camilo the Gamer, was asking if we've ever been to the Illinois Railway Museum.
I have been. I'm a member of quite a few of the clubs. As the young boys like to say, there isn't a club I don't belong to, but there are, I'm sure, plenty out there. I'm a member of the TCA, LCCA, Chicagoland Railroad Club, and now I'm just joining the one local to me, the Nassau Lionel Operating Engineers. But LCCA has held 2 of its conventions here in Chicago, and they always make sure you get to see something of every place we hold a convention.
Right.
The problem being is you'll get maybe an hour at the museum. It just gives you a flavor for it, and then it's up to you to go back. So that's what I'm looking forward to, getting back there and seeing a little more of it, and having a little more time to walk around and enjoy it.
Yeah, well, see, I'm in a conundrum right now. I've got to tell you.
I know we've got so much that we keep throwing into that list.
Right. And Steve's only got so much time out here, and I want to take him to the IRM and spend a lot of time in Koferl, because he could spend 5 days, he could spend 3 weeks at that museum.
Absolutely.
And not see it all. It's so cool. That was something that we had on the plan for this Sunday, but then I had a hankering, and it popped into my mind. And I was like, well, maybe we can go and ride the train. This would be cool. On Sunday, the White Sox are playing an afternoon game. So ride the train in from Aurora, ride the train to Chicago, take the L from downtown to the south side, get off, go to the baseball game, get back on the L, and go back downtown and ride the train home. Do that on Sunday. So we have to decide which one of those 2
We're going to have to, play it by ear, see what happens. Whatever we do, I know we're going to have a lot of fun. And this isn't the last time I'm coming out here.
No, that's good. That's good. We'll make sure that we'll have a good time doing it anyway. So that's what we got. You guys got to help us out. Which one would you do? Ride the train to go see your baseball game, or go to the Illinois Railway Museum? That's the thing there. So give us some input. So Cindy, yeah, you're right. Why is that Y3 pulling the passenger train? Well, on the railroad today, our fast streamlined passenger service is all down. So we had to go down a couple of levels and get that Penske steam engine to pull the passenger set. So we got the GG1s in the shop. They're going to get all fixed up and out, but in the meantime, we're running steam today. So we got that
Y3. Bring the S1.
Right. Oh, that S1 would have been a good one out here. Well, welcome to the stream, everybody who's just rolling through the door. Rail fan Roger, and there we go. Hit that like button if you would. Smash that for us. Trigger of Strider Squadron says, I really want to see the Nebraska Zephyr go 80 miles an hour again. That would be cool. They run that out there from time to time. I don't think they're running it on Sunday. I'm going to have to look that up. But for those who don't know, the Illinois Railway Museum, I'm probably going to get some people that are going to give me some pushback on this. But I am of the belief, in my opinion, the Illinois Railway Museum is the best train museum in the whole world. It is the best. They have got such a collection and such a huge amount of neat stuff. And not only that, they have a huge amount of neat stuff that they run. But the crown jewel in their collection is probably operating Nebraska Zephyr, Burlington, Nebraska Zephyr. And they have, from time to time, will get that out and run that. So that's quite the treat when you get a chance to go to the Illinois Railway Museum and run that. So let's see here. So we got Rail Fan Roger, Isaiah Hawkins, Katrina Kitty Cat. Hey, we haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for coming by the stream and hanging out with us. Let's kick back, relax, grab yourself some iced tea, smash that like button, and So Sid, yeah, whatever works. But we all don't have an S1, Sid. That's
No.
I mean that's
Some of us do, but
some,
not.
some yeah. Cat says happy front end Friday. Exactly, happy front end Friday. Yeah, we all don't have an S1. I might have to just go and drool on your S1 or drool on Steven's S1. Yeah, yeah. So James says, if I come to the open house, can I bring the 2860 row Hudson? Absolutely, man. Bring that over. Bring that over. So Katrina Kitty Cat says, ever since I visited the Strasbourg Railroad and saw the Recounting Master 611, I found a huge appreciation for the Norfolk and Western J-Class steam engines. Now, you got a chance to see that, Jay,
Yes,
huh?
I got to see it live. It was exciting, and actually, I have a model of it in my collection, which they requested I bring with me to Strasbourg that time, and we were running it on Chris's layout. So I also have the older J.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I just acquired that. That was a beautiful find.
You got that
Brand
one?
new piece that had never been run.
And you got that with the Blue Comet too, didn't you?
Yes.
Oh,
Blue
my gosh,
Comets.
those are two good classics. The Blue Comets from the NPC era.
Yep.
And I would say that the J that you're talking about, that earlier J, I think that's from like the middle '80s, the middle to the late '80s. So I wouldn't exactly call that the NPC era anymore as much as the beginning of the LTI era.
But yeah, and they've both been sitting. They're both brand new, so I really got to open them up. I want to, clean them up, tune them up before I put them on. I'd rather make sure they're serviced and they're going to run and not damage anything.
Right. Well, that's a neat engine, that neat steam engine, because that was one where they really had built it at the time of the peak of steam technology, and there was a lot of technology that went into those J's. And from what I understand, that it was one of the few engines that had bearings. All of the wheels had the roller bearings in there, and it was all balanced. And there are a lot of people out there that say that if they really wanted to put the pedal to the metal on that J, that J could possibly beat the world steam record for the fastest steam engine.
It would have been interesting to see it, but I don't know that we'll ever see that happen these days. You're going to try to baby that engine.
I'm glad, rightfully so.
Oh yeah,
keep that thing
we
alive.
want to keep that alive.
Because Norfolk and Western had it for a while, right? And then they picked it. They didn't want to reuse it anymore. And then gosh, what's the name of the city out there? Is it Roanoke?
Roanoke, yeah, because it's the spirit of Roanoke.
Yep, they picked it up and funded it, and are using that one for. They're the ones that have restored it and use it now. So, yeah, for sure.
B&O.
So Train Services was nice to be able to talk with you the other night. Too bad I'm too far from the open house. Yeah, I know. But hopefully we'll be able to pick up and see some people here. Remember, York, we're having the GFW Trains tailgate, and we're going to see if we can do a YouTuber extravaganza out there. I know that there's some people from out east, some YouTubers that are going to get together. We've got some real synergy coming together with the Train Collectors Association. Steve talked about it a little bit before. If you haven't heard of the Train Collectors Association, the Train Collectors Association is a nationwide club that I belong to. They've got divisions all over the United States that operate meets. And the Eastern Division every year has a huge meet out in York, Pennsylvania.
Eastern.
Yep. Out in York, Pennsylvania. And they have this huge show. And there's just been a lot of synergy on all of these YouTube people to finally get together and meet each other face to face. And so not only that, but then also it is not it's where the Train Collectors Association has their headquarters at, within spitting distance, and Strasbourg is right across the way from there. And anyway, it's a really good group. If you're thinking about trains or loving trains, you got to check out that group. And if you're knee deep into trains, get in there and let's get together at York, because we're going to have a good time. And I'm going to get some more information to come as that bubbles up to me from the Train Collectors Association, because I know that they're really
Well, excited to go back. We've missed last year, and I think everybody's just anxious to get back to that meet. This will be my first time actually attending it. So,
I can't believe that. That's going to be
it's unbelievable.
So George is always on my case though, because I have not wanted to go. And the reason why I didn't want to go is not one that he would think, because I want to go. I mean, it's cool. New York is awesome. If you go, you got to be ready to spend money. Yep. And not only that, but you got to be ready to spend money at the drop of a hat. You see something, man, you got to buy it.
Don't think about it, buy it. So.
Right.
Yep, I see Sid with his, I like my S1.
Yeah, Sid. Good. I saw a lot of pictures of it. Saw your unboxing. Those S1s are pretty cool engines.
It was cool, the double heading of it and the two running side by side on the layout. I mean, that awesome.
Yep. So it was. Unfortunately, we'll never be able to see some of those steam engines really get up to their true speed, because now the track is all set at 79 miles an hour.
Yep.
Maybe I get out there and do it where the Acella's at. That's a higher rated track. Now you're out there by the Acela, aren't you?
Yes.
You ever ride the Acela?
I have never ridden it. I mean, I've ridden Amtrak before, but never on the Acela.
Okay.
But RJ and actually, I believe, him and Sid came up. Sam came up on it to the meet.
Right. Yep. So Sid's laughing here. He says he can't do what he did at Nassau Hobby when he's at York. And we heard about that. So why don't you tell a story? That's a good one. For those of you that don't know, Sid's Trains is a fun member of the community, a fun member of the hobby, fun young man who's got a great YouTube channel that's become a really good friend of Steve's here.
So Sid had seen the train the day before with Bernsey. And, Bernsey was pushing him to buy it. He was like, I shouldn't be spending the money. And the price was a little higher than he wanted to go. And he kept teasing us that if he found it at the right price, he would buy it. So on Saturday morning, we all, after breakfast, decided we were going to take a run in. Are we still on?
Yeah, hold on a second here.
There we go.
So all right, sorry about that, everyone.
We took a ride into Nassau Hobby, and they had the engine on display, and the price was in the range we had thought would be a fair price. So Sid's looking at it, and he was concerned because there were issues already announced by other people that had received it. They were having difficulty running this on an 072 layout. So we asked the individual running the store that day if we could put this on the layout. We put it on the layout. It seemed to be no problem, but we discovered there was a minor issue with the trailing truck. So we were concerned about it, but, we figured it was something that could be easily fixed. So after pacing back and forth and giving a lot of thought into whether he should make this purchase or whatnot, he finally decides he's going to go ask if they have any in stock, or is it just this one that they've got on display. So he walks over there and he asks the one running the store, is that the only one you have, or do you have more? And he goes, I happen to have 3 in stock. So Sid goes, well, I'll take one. And I shocked everyone when I said, well, I'll take one too. And they're all looking at me. And I said, well, I didn't want to buy it and you not get it. So I waited to find out that there was at least another 1 or 2 of them, So that's how we bought the 2 that day and brought them home. And it was just a mad, unboxing both of them and then putting them both out on the layout and the photos side by side and then running them and whatnot. It was just a great day and whatnot.
Oh my gosh! And I saw the unboxing of it, and everyone was just, oh my! Between you and Sid, you guys
and then
are
I
so
wouldn't open mine. I had Sam do it. And Sam goes, "This is the first time I'm opening a legacy engine and whatnot." He was all nervous about it. And I said, "Calm down, just take it easy and whatnot." And he's going, "Oh, it's so heavy and what." But yeah, we had, and everyone was enjoying running trains and whatnot. So, but yeah, that was a funny story and a great memory. And we do have the footage. I know RJ posted a little, and I'm sure there's going to be more coming out from both Sam and Sid. Well, we had the live unboxing, which Sid had posted already. Yes. So.
Yeah. So, Katrina Kitticat, coming back to that 611, says, "I found out that in her prime, the 611 could reach 110 miles an hour. Nowhere close to the Mallard's record, but a bit faster than the city of Truro in the Flying Scotsman." Well, that is true, but that said, that wasn't something that they were really trying
to. Right. It was just, a speed they did achieve, and it was
part of normal
well
operations.
Established, yes.
Part of normal operations. So they always thought that if they put a little effort into trying to beat the speed record, rather than just hitting a regular maintenance 110,
right.
Just like there were some other engines in the United States that are really fast. Like James Trains was saying that 844 could consistently run, and the 844 is another engine that was built right at the look at this.
Yeah.
Right at the.
We're gonna set the smoke alarm off, and next thing you know, the fire department will be here.
So yeah, the 844 was built at the peak of steam technology, and that one could run.
I wonder if we'd have continued, how fast we would have, what speeds we would have been able to achieve. I mean, we moved off to obviously something that was easier to maintain and whatnot, less labor intensive.
Right.
But where could we have gone with it if we'd have pushed this further? It's no one really knows.
Right. Well, and it's interesting because was it the T1 Trust?
Right.
They're wanting to rebuild the T1 and use a lot of that modern technology into building that new version of the T1.
Right. It'll be interesting to see.
One of the things that they want to do is try to beat the speed record.
Beautiful smoke.
Yes.
Beautiful if you're watching from your side.
Yes. It's a Mike's Train House, Yellowstone, and that thing is just smoking up a storm here, a train storm. So Scotsman Productions says, "Well, I finally got more motivation and made my horrible review of the MTH Challenge." I bet that's a good review. I bet it is. We're going to have to go check that out. In fact, everybody on the stream, go check out Scotsman Production channel and check out that review of his Challenger. And Sid also said that he posted that video. Scotsman, tell us more about your the video that you posted, as well as Sid. Put it up there on the stream so everybody that it could say there. So my mom is here, Grandma's here, and she says hi to Steve.
Hi.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry we're not going to meet, but maybe next time when I get out here. It's just a shame the way the dates got shifted.
Right.
It's all good. My nephew got engaged, and I got to go to an engagement party. So unfortunately, I was set as to a date. I had to get back to New York. So.
Right. James Train said this. I didn't know. James Train says the T1 Trust originally wanted to rebuild the New York Central Hudson, which I think would have been a better option. I didn't know that. I didn't know that they wanted to build a Hudson. That would have been a cool one.
Yes.
That's such a classic engine. Same with the T1 for that matter, but that Hudson was such a classic engine. It's unbelievable that there weren't any that were saved.
I know.
That just blows my mind. You're right, James. It's the DM&IR power. Smoke.
Oh, yep.
Hey, Mike Mellon's in the house. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Just rolling in. We've got our special guest, Stephen Koferl. It's not George who's aged still.
I aged, yeah.
George hasn't aged in the last week. This is Steve Koferl all the way out from New York visiting with us and enjoying the trains and enjoying the Chicagoland area. Stephen, if you're just rolling into the stream, has a channel. The link is below. Go check it out. Subscribe to his channel. But about a year and a half ago, we met on YouTube.
And we've been corresponding, whether it be through FaceTime or even cell phone conversations, texting and whatnot. Old school, I tell you. But yeah, we've kept in contact, and I've been saying this, I'm going to get out there, I'm going to get out there. And then when I told you, what would be a good time, can I come? And we had a lot of planning to do to figure out what would work, but I'm glad we got this scheduled and happy to be here. So I know the time's going to fly, though. That's
oh my gosh, it has already flown already,
I
right?
know.
Literally, right?
Literally.
It flew that in. Yeah. So anyway, this is getting back to this whole YouTube community. It's so cool. I would have never gotten to meet so many of you guys, and Steve's here, and in fact, that's why we're going to have the open house tomorrow. So if you're in the Chicago area and you want to come over and hang out with GFW Trains, we're going to grill some hamburgers, have some hot dogs, have some iced tea, maybe some watermelon, corn on the cob, and really have a good time out here. Everybody's welcome. Just do me a favor, let me know that you're coming, and shoot an email to trainbuds@gmail.com to let me know that you're coming, and I'll give you our address, and we'll see you out here. That would be really great to see everybody out here, and everybody can meet Steve since he's out here. And I know he's kind of excited about meeting everybody.
Sid posted his video is going to be just clips from the weekend. So yeah, if you want to see what went on, watch that video. Like I said, it was an exciting weekend. It was a great time. So
yeah. So and he said he put up the link. I don't have the link. Let me see if I can.
Oh, look at that photo you got of us. Yeah.
What is it, girls, ladies and gentlemen? We got the Worldwide Studios. Everything's rolling here like you would not believe.
God bless you. I couldn't do this.
Let's see here. Oh, by the way, first video premiere in a while from GFW Trains tomorrow. Tomorrow at, I forgot what I got to go check and see what time I set that. Guys got to come on tomorrow for the GFW Trains premiere. It's going to be premiering. Hold on. Shoot. I can't remember if I got it set for a premiere at 9 or 10 o'clock. Oh, boy. I'm not a very good. No,
and I don't think you can view it here.
I can't. Yeah, right.
It just says it's set for a premiere. Yeah.
So check that out. I know that I can do something. Hold on. Anyway, there it is. I just saw it. So 9 a.m. set for 9 a.m. Central, guys. So check that out. It's about the Branson Railroad out there. It's just got a generic thing. I got to, after we're done here, go back and check that out. But yeah.
Very exciting.
Yeah, cute video on that. We had a chance to do that. And unfortunately, I've been too busy to do any video editing. So I haven't had a chance to do any video editing. So I've been lax about putting up train videos on GFW Trains. I was putting them out every week or every other week when we had stay at home, because that was just kind of my side gig, my side hobby that I was doing here. Let's see. And if you're wondering, George is out. He's going to be back in a little bit here. All right, so now I'm at this. Oh, I didn't see that you put up the link there, so I'll forget on that.
Yeah.
But anyway, Train Service says just finished watching the video. Well done. Cool. Thanks, James. James says premiere set for 9 a.m. Thanks. So Katrina, Kitty Cat, she's been really tuning in or talking to the channel here, and we enjoy that. So speaking of the Strasbourg Railroad, Lionel's making models of the Strasbourg Railroad 90. You can find them at the 2020.
Oh yeah, we all know about that. It's bankrupting all of us,
Yeah, everybody wants one, right?
So yeah, we've all placed our pre-orders and whatnot. So, but very exciting. It's really exciting to see a lot of detail going into this new release.
That's
brass hybrid. So
I'm really surprised that with all of the popularity that the Strasbourg Railroad has, that they haven't made that sooner.
They spent the last 2 years in looking over the original drawings and whatnot in putting this piece together. So it's been in the works. It's just taking a lot of time, and they want to make sure they get it accurate.
That's cool. That's cool.
Which is all good. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. The tooling that they acquired from MTH is giving them the capability to produce the passenger cars that'll go with it, and they're available in a couple of different schemes, the early and the later designs of the cars. So should be all good. Like I said, so we've all discussed it, given our opinions as to what we're ordering and whatnot. So yeah, really exciting. And but like I said, they're trying to bankrupt us, but that's what they're in business for, is to make money. So
yes, it says the 90s beautiful model. I ordered a full set engine and 7 cars. His wallet.
Yeah, rest in peace. Know that feeling.
May it rest in peace. Hey, Alaska 3 Railroads in the house again. If everybody's just coming through the door, sorry to sound like a broken record here, but please smash that
like button. There we go.
Smash that like button. It helps out a lot.
Anita taught me well,
yes,
right?
And yep, the Santa Fe Queen. Anita taught you well. Smash that like button because that gets the algorithm back out there. It gets the algorithm to push the stream back out there for all of the people that weren't able to see it. And one of the things I'm really glad about is that the world is opening back up. So this is our, I want to say, oh gosh, what was the number on here? Our 134th stream that we've done. 130. That I was thinking about that. 124th stream.
124.
Yeah, and I just.
It's mind-boggling.
Right,
I remember those early ones and whatnot, and they were so much fun.
Yeah, well,
I was tuning in every day to watch and whatnot.
It was just, honest to God, it was pure because it was just a father and son having fun. You know? We just had a camera on our computer and a microphone on our computer. We set it down and we're just talking and running trains with friends, and that's how this all started out.
All good.
Yeah. And oh gosh, and then we had some ups and downs where I couldn't get George to talk so that anybody could hear him, and he'd say stuff, and everyone's like, tell the young lad to speak up.
Right.
Oh, I didn't want to spend any money to buy new microphones because I was like,
then we had the game with cab forward. Everyone pick up your glass.
Right. Yep. Everyone, when George went through his phase where all he could talk about was a cab forward. So every time George would say cab forward, everybody would take a drink. And sometimes if you drink too much iced tea, it'll get you a little crazy.
That's right.
Get you a little crazy. Well, hey, look who's rolled in. Another one of Stephen Koferl's favorites from out east.
There we are. RJ's.
Steve's here hanging out with me. We've been talking trains, talking about some of the fun that you guys had out there by his house. Was it last weekend or
last weekend? Yeah, that's what I said.
Gosh.
This has been an action-packed week.
We were all over the place. Chris Lambert says our early streams were great. I agree with that. There's something pure about just the father and a son doing crazy stuff and having train races and everything like that. And I kind of am sad that we moved away from the train races because I enjoyed that. But I like having this really fun layout to run on. And if you saw the layout here, you'd see that it's not real conducive anymore for running train races because the second level is up and the trains will run into all of the braces that would hold up the second level. So, yeah.
But it's really coming along nice. I tell you, walking in here and seeing it live is so different than seeing it on camera and whatnot. I mean that, and I asked Sid at my layout, I said, so was it more or less than you thought? And the reaction, because you can see everything on the videos and whatnot, but to see it live is totally different. It's a new world, Right. And then seeing all the progress that your mom has made with the background.
and the backgrounds come along. That's one of the coolest parts too, with all to see all of the background and how it looks back here. And we've got some creative camera angles on here. So where we've got here. And so I'm curious. Now you've got my curiosity peaked. I'm curious. When you came down here, what was like you thought it would be, and what was different than what you thought it would be? Well, the train layout here in the world.
I hadn't really seen the second level. I had seen bits and pieces of it, but as you know, the last 2 or 3 months with joining the club there, I'm out every Friday night. So that's been a problem. I try to sign on before I get out of the car to go into the meetings and whatnot and hang out for a little bit. But walking in and seeing that, plus the progress on the background. When you gave me the dimensions of the layout and then I compared it to mine, it was just tough because my whole table is the size of this room.
Okay, right.
But it seems like you've got so much more, and yet because of the table, I'm limited with the structures in the center. There's a lot of dead space, streets. I do have the trolley line.
Right.
My layout features 7 trains running on 7 independent loops at one time, and then a loop around the ceiling. That's just on the one layout, and then there's another 4 loops on the other layout. So at any time, you can have 12 trains running down there.
Trains.
And then one out in the garden, so But like I said, it's hard to envision. When you're in the room, you get to take it all in. As you say, the selective camera angles, it's tough to know exactly what you're seeing. And look who's arrived.
Hey! The man, the myth, the legend. So we were telling everybody that you aged. This was George. Age. All right, let's move around here.
I was going to say, get George up here. I'm going to sit in the back. No, you sit up front. Do you want the mic on?
We can spread out a little bit here. I already had that thing pop off one time, so I got to be real careful with that. Move this all around.
You're getting the control. Do you want the mic?
One thing that you got to do before we get rolling is you got to get the. There's nothing wrong with it. We just forgot to get it rolling before.
I thought we had it rolling, but
I did too. So something.
But she doesn't want to respond to me. Oh, see,
easy
you
peasy
flipped
for
the
George.
switch.
Oh, is that what I did?
Yeah, the power.
Oh man. So all right. So what's that?
We want to turn the sound up.
If we could, we try.
We just started rolling, dude. So whatever you need, we got that thing smoking up the storm too. Hey, Robert, thanks for coming by and joining us in the stream. And we've got our numbers up a little bit. If you're just joining us, we got George.
George walked in. That's why the numbers went way up.
Yeah, George walked in. Everybody's here. We thought we were doing good. Right. And George comes in. Woo. The big buddy talent.
Yeah, I tell you, the big star.
Well, hello everybody. I guess I would say.
Word. George is here. My mullet's here. We're ready to rock and roll.
Hey.
Bro, I was at the volleyball thing and somebody called my mullet a rat's tail.
A rat's tail.
Oh,
I got very offensive. I got very offended.
Let me guess, it was a girl.
No.
Oh, all right.
I got very offended. And, yeah. So I made sure to tell him it was a mullet.
Yeah. This isn't a rat's tail. This is a mullet. Hey, welcome, Bear Creek Woodworking. Glad to have you here. Thanks for joining us here. The Mullet Man is arrived.
The mullet man.
That's right.
The Mullet Man. George is here. Well,
oh, that's a good. Every time that cat board is said, everybody switches seats.
Oh, that's. We might get a little bit all over the place doing that, though. You think?
That'd be like half the stream.
Right. But that's a good one. That's a good one, Slack Cat. Every
Like
time.
playing musical chairs. Wait,
Yeah,
you gotta wait for the sound up. See?
Yeah, Train Man Dan says it seems like Steven's everywhere these days. He is. Look at him. He's out east, having people over by his place out east. Now he's here in Chicago, hanging out with us. Yeah, doing lots of running trains here at the Yes Railroad and the GFW Trains Worldwide Studio.
Worldwide
So,
Studio.
We
Yes.
were at DuPage, or what is it called? The actual name of the show?
The Great Midwest Train Show.
Okay, so we were at the Great Midwest Train Show. And a bunch of the guys from YouTube met up there, and they were at that time they were all posting those Instagram photos of them holding up their train fund. So everybody there is like, "Oh, we got to do that! Show them the Midwest power. We have a whole like war against the Midwest versus the East Coast."
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's true.
But we didn't end up doing it. We went to brunch and then we all kind of left after. We kind of went our separate ways, so we didn't get a chance to do that. But,
That's a good one. That's a good one. Who's got the bigger train hauls, huh? East
Right.
Coast or Midwest?
I think it was them, but we still got we got some good finds there.
Yes,
Yes.
we did. Yes, we did. We got a lot of bang for our buck with the
Did
things that
anybody
people
say
were
anything
finding. About what?
the
Nope. Well, that one hasn't been running. It just started running.
oh,
So we got a new train this last weekend, and it's running around on the layout. If you haven't noticed, we'll see who's noticed.
Beautiful.
Aaron Klibbat says, "Do you guys ever? Would you guys go on the real Harry Potter train?"
my mom would.
Absolutely, I would too. Take me to Hogwarts Express.
There you go.
What is it? Platform
9 and 3
9 and
quarters.
3/4. Yep. And Alaska says my hair is looking a little longer and a little fuller. I'm bringing it back. Right? I'm going like I'm decided to embrace rather than like the short hair, short beard. I've decided to embrace like the longer hair.
Oh, yeah?
With a little bit longer beard. Yeah, I'm going that.
So you're going the Ward Cameron.
There you
been
go.
talking about.
Ward Cameron look. Maybe I am Ward Cameron. You're right. The Ward Cameron look. Actually, I was just thinking that I was getting a little bit more chubby. So rather than having like the clean cut athlete look, I'm going with the more Grizzly Adams look.
So like Thor.
Thor.
Grizzly Adams, dude. He has no idea. You know Grizzly Adams. Like, he has no idea Grizzly Adams. He's like, who? He got a beard and got a.
This goes
Yeah.
back to, like I said, I had an incandescent bulb sitting there, a red one. And I said to the group, do you remember when the Big Apple used to drop on New Year's Eve? And I got this look. Because they only know the crystal
The crystal
ball. I
ball,
said,
right.
I'm dating myself. There used to be an apple
I didn't even know this.
for New Year's Eve in New York City. Instead of the ball, it was an apple.
Yeah.
And the last year that they brought it down, everyone was taking the bulbs home. So I had a friend who was working, so he brought us each an incandescent bulb from the Big Apple.
Oh, that's cool.
That is really
Yeah.
cool. That is awesome.
So it's just another one of those things in the collection there that, it's an interesting story.
Yeah. So, DB Tech, I love this. DB Tech says watching George grow up the past year or two has been like watching Jim Carrey at the Truman Show. Just watching every week, watching George get a little bit older, a little bit older. Got to know him as a 14-year-old prepubescent boy. Now he's a mullet bearing. What's your shades called? Not Oakley's. Pit viper wearing, driver's license, having son of a gun.
Right.
A good driver, though.
Yes.
I gotta say,
Thank you.
enjoy being chauffeured around. I mean, I'm the one usually chauffeuring,
You
and
see,
then I
Whenever
was like, this is great.
whenever
Just
I get
sit
the chance
back.
to drive, I'll do it. I like driving. It's fun.
So, well, I drove all the way here, so I have
Right,
a few more miles.
Laying back, sitting back and relaxing.
Yeah. Well, he did have he's been driving all over the place.
Yeah, that first day was a little tough because we went to the ballpark the night before. Even though the game got rained out, we got home early. I got to tell you, there were times my eyes were, I got to stay awake. I got to stay awake.
Yeah.
I was pushing and
Made it to Ohio. That was pretty good.
yeah, made it
Wow.
into Ohio. So I was happy with that. Of course, new cell phone, and it wasn't set to change when I moved from time zone to. So I thought I was arriving at 20 after 4 here, and it's only 20 after. I'm late.
Right.
And they're going, you're early.
It's an hour early. You thought he was coming in 20 minutes late because we arranged to meet at 4. My wife calls up. She's like, hey, guess what, Wally? Steven's here. I'm like, oh,
What?
shoot. I'm on my late side.
I was on the Skyway. And that's why I said I was pushing a little. I was doing 80 and whatnot. And I know the speed limit in spots is 70 on it, so it's not as bad. But I was like, I can't believe this. I'm late. I got to get there. I got to get there.
Right. So DB Texas, now you got to drive your sister around, George. Yeah.
Yeah, you already do that, though.
Yeah, I do in the morning.
That's right. Come on.
Yes. I would let it grow, Wally, and go for the ZZ Top look.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind doing a little bit of the ZZ Top
You
thing.
get a spinny guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the bass guitarist, I think he just passed away recently. So they're
Really?
looking for, I think that was
You go.
bass
There you
guitar.
go.
There's
Yeah.
the bass. There you go.
Have my beard. You know what? The only guy in the band that doesn't have a beard, his last name is Beard.
Makes up.
Well, I had to give him something so I could
Yeah.
distinguish him from the others. You know, beard, that means you can't grow one.
Right.
Hey,
So all
didn't you
right,
get the memo?
I got my.
he's got a GFW.
I got the OG one.
Yeah,
gee.
ours Trains made
Yes.
that one for us way back when. That was the first version, and then we decided to take this version, and unfortunately, the American Locomotive Company stole our design.
Yeah, I can't believe that. Didn't you get the patent rights on this first? You of all people should have had the patent on this. I mean,
Come on. So, right. So then we got the logo, the GFW Trains logo, the Fast Friday logo over here with our train racer that we got around the corner there.
well, that's the GS4. There it is.
There we go. Right on. Right
Living
on.
the retirement life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh man. North Country says, hold up. Alco would never steal anything.
Well, they stole
No.
our logo. Suing them, or what's left of them. Is there anything like? Is there like any like company like?
Who absorbed
Yeah,
yes,
I'm sure that
well,
there's like one subsidiary absorbed another subsidiary. And I think I read an article one time that there was an electric company, like a power company, that had absorbed one version of another version of another version, so that the Alco trademarks were owned by some power company that had bought. You'll
see that on the sale block tomorrow when they hear that we're filing a lawsuit.
Oh, right,
So, yeah,
right. No, actually,
infringement.
we're probably going to find tomorrow morning. The lawyer's going to be at our door. We see that you're using the Alco logo. And,
Say what?
We want money.
Yeah. North Country's blaming us. No wonder they went out of business.
No, they were stealing our logo. We just shoot them out of
we were
business.
just trying to keep them
boost
afloat,
their
right?
business. Yeah, you know
Right,
what I mean?
Yeah,
Association with GFW Trains. Come on, that's
Come
like
on.
that's like
Something better.
it's like Michael Jordan giving his likeness to Nike for free.
That's right.
We're doing this out of the goodness of our heart.
Yes, that's right.
Yep. The meme of Alco being related to as a tumbleweed next to the railroad hurts me so bad. Haven't seen that meme, North Country. Have either of you guys seen that? That meme? George used to laugh at me because I didn't know it was called a meme, and I call it a meme.
Well, remember I asked you before about that. You know, I said, I need a little education here. I'm so outdated on a few things.
Right. But and I thought that was kind of a universal term. He said it was outdated. I don't think it was just an outdated as much. He said he didn't know the term FOMA.
No. I looked it up, found
Yeah,
out, but I
yeah.
mean, I was like, you know.
I thought that the term FOMA was like an old term that the railroaders used to use for people that were railroad fans that would just, they'd not care. They would just, the railroaders were doing their job. They were doing their job, doing their thing. And there were some train people that just didn't care. They would go jump out in front of the train stand next to the train or hold up the train so they get a picture. And what I understand, that's what the railroaders would call somebody who did it. They call them a FOMA. So then that got kind of put through. So, all right, everybody that's out there that's coming through the door, welcome to GFW Trains. Grab some iced tea. In fact, I'm going to go up and get some iced tea. Some a little bit dry here, but as you're rolling through the door, smash that like button. And here is our question for the second half of the stream. So we've got Steve out here. We're trying to show him a good time in Chicago. We've got two options. One is to take him to the world's greatest railroad museum, Illinois Railroad Museum.
It's the biggest, world's biggest.
I'm sure that people are going to comment back and they're going to say other things, but in my opinion, it's the best railroad museum in the world. He's been there, but he just got a taste of it. It's like going into a steak joint and just smelling the steaks and not
getting
like
even a taste.
Yeah, like going to a baseball game, but just like the field. Like you don't get to see a game.
Yeah, like getting rained out after the first inning. You know what I mean? It's like.
So that's one option, is to take him on Sunday to go see the Illinois Railroad Museum. And that was what we had in the plan and what I was figuring I was going to do all along. Then another thing popped in my mind as a possibility of something that we could do with him today. And that would be for us to take the train from here. We live in the outskirts of Chicago here. Take the train into Chicago, then hop on the L in Chicago and ride it to Comiskey Park, or Guaranteed Rate Field as they call it now. Ride the Guaranteed Rate Field and watch a baseball game, ride the L back to Union Station, and then back home. So those are the two options for Wednesday. Both of them would be great, fun options. I'm throwing that out there for everybody in the GFW Trains Nation, the viewing audience here. What one do you think would be a cool, what would you rather do? Option one, Illinois Railway Museum, or
Option two.
Or option two, take the train to Chicago and go to the baseball game. Give us some feedback on that. I'd like to get some feedback on which one that you'd want to do. So
be interesting to see what they choose. You know,
right. My dad was asking, Steve, did you get a chance to go to Sam's?
Yes. Oh, I love that layout. It was so much fun watching, and I tried to shoot a little video. He's turned the lights out on me, and then with those trains crisscrossing and whatnot, it got a little exciting there. But yes, we had a wonderful time there. And then we went over and had lunch, and then up in the plane. That was exciting. So
Train Man Dan is asking if we ever thought of making a custom letter engine for your railroad.
We have one.
As a matter of fact, it's behind my back.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
It
is.
It's hidden behind the coal tower area.
There we go. There's the GFW trains. In fact, on that note, I've been wanting to do this for a while. I am so blessed to have you as a friend in the hobby, and gotten to meet you through YouTube. Your joy of trains and your generosity has been second to none to me. And we wanted to show a little appreciation to you.
That box.
Wanted to show a little.
I carried that in.
Appreciation to you for being such a big supporter of the channel, and we wanted to give this to you here. So, speaking of that, I wanted to do a little live unboxing on the show here. So,
okay, which end should I go
I do
for?
that end.
That end.
Fragile.
Okay. Boop. There we go. I'm going to turn it like this. That should be the right way. You got that. We got this. Okay. And then open this up. Aww.
One of two ever made.
Very nice. Thank you.
let's take that one out of the box, and I'll give you a hand here.
There you go. You got that? And let's unwrap it so they can see. Beautiful. Got it? Get it up close to the camera there. Very nice. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey.
So that's the tender of the engine.
Yep.
And the engine's, let's see here. And we had another one specially made here for Stephen. We've had this one out. We've got the GFW Trains 1 and the GFW Trains
It's going to
2.
be a little tough. There we go. Get that out. Got it?
Yep, I got this one here.
Yep.
So here we go. For the custom GFW Trains engine,
Oh, thank you so much.
we wanted to have them.
Put this in the center. It's up on the one end.
So you've seen this one out here. We've had
One
another
back
one
here,
made for
and one.
Steven, and you can take that back and run that one on his train
And I'm gonna
layouts
have to
there
get
at
a
home.
video of that. That'll be the first video
Yeah.
I'm gonna be shooting.
Yeah,
Very nice.
there we go. And if you want, you can just put it behind you there, and we
Okay.
can put it on the layout. Maybe George can put it on the tracks, and we can.
This
You
is
don't
where
have to
we
run
have
it
to
right
go.
now. Just put it right there until we're done with the stream.
Okay, yeah, that was
We can
good.
put that away after the stream.
Beautiful. I thank you.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for being such a great friend.
Oh,
Thank
Yep.
you in the proper way, and
just get that down there. So, yeah, no, I'm going to be very excited to get that out. Like I said, actually can run that on either of the layouts.
Right.
So it's perfect, perfect size.
so and I don't know if you've got any of the Bluetooth LionChief stuff.
Oh, I
And-
think Sid can answer that. I've got 5 or 6
All right,
different
there we go.
Bluetooth.
There we go.
I
So
think we had every single one of them out to try it out and whatnot.
So that's the only one that we've had, and we find it's kind of cool. And the fact you run it anywhere, right?
Right. Well, we talked about the Blue Comet, and this year they came out with the LionChief Blue Comet set. And I never thought I'd acquire the old one, so I bought that set. And
Right,
we
right.
did it should be in that video that I think Sid released. But we had the scale MTH Blue Comet set running side by side with the LionChief.
Yeah,
one and
yeah.
whatnot. The LionChief, lovely sounds in it. They're nice. They run on the smaller layouts as well as they look great on a bigger layout. And then, the Harry Potter, the Hogwarts
Oh, right,
Express
right.
is a LionChief engine. I got the not Polar Express, the Christmas by Hallmark
Oh, okay.
is a LionChief. The new, the presidential series, that's a LionChief engine, but, I run it in
Yeah.
or I should say with the legacy control.
Right, right.
Yep. So, I have quite a few of them, and I enjoy them all. That's why I said my collection varies. I've got the pre-war, post-war, and then, the anything in between. But the biggest passion is coming now into the scale size, legacy, and staying also with my MTH is all the Long Island Railroad. So, I'm
Right.
happy to have
Right.
that. It gives me the local railroad, which I saw growing up and whatnot. And actually, I was just a little too late because I do have friends that are retired, and that's the question they all ask: did the one get me on the engine? Because he was an engineer and he used to get everybody on that.
Oh.
But I met him a few years after he retired.
Oh.
All things, but one by one they're giving me their memorabilia, so I'm getting quite a collection. You see the lamps hanging and whatnot, and all sorts of things. All they keep asking is, do I have a storage case and whatnot? But eventually that stuff's going to go to the Railroad Museum on the island. That's where I'm a member out there, and I want it to, have its proper home. When
Sure,
something
sure,
happens. So,
right.
Yep.
So, Gus Hadley, the lunatic from Arnold's, just coming in. How you doing? LionChief President Engine. I have a President Washington B&O.
Nice.
Yep. North Country says me and HO. North Country's an HO modeler who doesn't know the difference between these Lionel type. Sounds cool. Sounds like a lot of different types. So why don't you guys talk a little bit about the different types? That's a good one for some of the people that aren't real familiar with the O-gauge stuff.
So the LionChief Plus stuff, or the Lion.
Excuse me for a second as you do this. I'm going to step away. I'm going to grab us something to drink. You want something to drink? Iced tea?
Water.
All right.
Water.
All right.
Anyways, so the LionChief stuff, or I should say conventional stuff that we talk about a lot, Actually, let's go to pre-war. So pre-war is stuff that was made before World War II. So it's a lot of the. No, it's okay. It's okay. We got the microphone up there, so they can still hear it. But the pre-war stuff is stuff made before World War II, and it's mainly made out of like it's a lot harder like metals, and it's very. You can tell the difference between a pre-war engine and a post-war engine. It looks very early. And,
it's what we call tin plate.
Yes, tin plate. Yes.
And it's interesting. A lot of the stuff was the basic electric engine, but that was what was running in the cities and whatnot. But it was Lionel's first attempt to produce trains, and they're very coveted. A lot of people collect them. They had the same, because like I was saying, one of the guys brought over some Disney stuff in tin plate. Disney's always had a close relationship with Lionel, or Lionel with Disney, and they've produced stuff over the years. From there, we went into the post-war,
which is stuff made after World War II.
Die-cast metals and whatnot. Beautiful. They started to get into semi-scale there, and some more details. Although they did produce that the 700E.
That's pretty cool.
Well, yeah, but I mean that is a die-cast and scale.
Yes.
So they were starting, but didn't really swing into any of the scale production at that point. People like me, we all have fond memories of that post-war stuff, growing up with it, the steamers, the F3s, the diesels. A lot of fond memories, good runners. They came up with magnet traction, and which allowed them to climb the hills and run at the grades. Then from there came the more modern era, or the
MPC era.
MPC.
And so basically the MPC era is the era where they took a lot of the post-war stuff and they just made it a lot of recreations, so that they post-war stuff just really cheaply made. And so they'd come out with different road names, but it'd still be the same engines and locomotives as from the post-war era. And in the later MPC, they started getting into more molds, and they started making other stuff, which kind of turned into the LTI era, which is the era of the era in between kind of the modern era and the MPC era. So this is kind of the stuff that is
well, if it's a diesel, it was molded plastics, but they started to switch from the pull-more motors over to some more modern motors.
And it's the LTI era has to be probably some of the best quality lineup trains, because they're made really nice, and they're all really simple, because it's all it is conventional. So they're really easy to work on, and they're pretty indestructible. So.
And then they started to add some of the basic sounds and whatnot, and from there we went into what we know today, and they have their different levels of the trains. We have a full scale, which is becoming very popular with collectors, and then we have the LionChief. And the LionChief allows for the bells and whistles of the better, but in a smaller scale that can be run on most any size layout.
Yes.
So it becomes a very friendly as well as cost-friendly way to go. And I know a lot of collectors my age are starting to get crazy into this because they were a little intimidated by the legacy controls and whatnot. And this is a little easier. The remote, each engine has its own remote and whatnot, although they do have a universal. But it makes it easy, and it gave the individual the feeling that he was graduating to the full electronics, and yet it was on a friendlier level, smaller scale.
That's interesting. Yeah. I never thought of it from that perspective. So, it's kind of an easier gateway from a conventional.
We had a lot of the members at the LCCA convention, and that was their first. They were intimidated to go with buying the legacy system and whatnot, and then have to go out and buy an engine. This way, they could step right in. It was all packaged in one package. They just hooked it up to the conventional transformer, turned the transformer on, and they were able to run with that remote. And it's also nice for young individuals. It becomes an easy way for them to get into the hobby without learning everything.
I sometimes when I think about trains, sometimes I wish I was born a couple years later, because all the sets that I would have, all my starter sets that Grandpa had gotten me for Christmas and stuff like that, or like for example the Thomas set, that would have been LionChief. But all my starter sets are conventional. And right around the time I started getting, or I got my first TMCC engine, is when they started coming out with the LionChief stuff.
Yeah.
So I was, if I was younger, the LionChief stuff would have been like mind-blowing.
Right.
Because you'd be able to run more than one train on the same track, different speeds, and you wouldn't have to worry about the conventional system. I mean, or conventional. And
or having as many separate loops as, you know, like, that's the reason mine was built, because like I said, my nephews would be running, and at that time we were running everything conventional. So I needed a separate loop, a track for each of the boys.
Yeah.
And we tried with the intersecting or crossing, and there were just too many derailments and accidents. And before I had told you about the grades and whatnot, we had step up, step down transformers before there was speed control, and it didn't take them long to figure out how to put it on the opposite way and increase the speed going down. And, you know, so like I said, it's amazing where we've come and what we've brought to the hobby, trying to make it friendlier to the younger. And as I said before, I challenge anyone to say that this hobby is dying. With everything we're doing and whatnot, we've got some individuals that I know tend to stifle but that's true anywhere. Hopefully we can limit that and increase the more positive.
So a couple of things. Just your Wally GFW train stuff. If you're coming through the door, please smash that like button. If you haven't already, please do that for us. I would certainly appreciate that. It helps us a lot with getting the stream back out there to the people through the algorithm on YouTube. Second, if you're in the area, in the Chicagoland area, and even if you're not in the area and you want to come out to beautiful Yorkville and the GFW Trains Worldwide Studios, we are having an open house tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Central Time. Give me a holler and let us know that you're coming so we can buy food for you, but everybody is welcome. Give us a holler at trainbuds@gmail.com, and I'll give you the address, the information on how to get out here. We're going to celebrate. We're going to grill some burgers and some hot dogs, have some corn, I think, and some watermelon outside, and run some trains down in the basement. George told me we had to clear out all of the trains tonight after the stream, so we have an open layout for people to run. So we're excited about having some people by, but of course we've got Stephen here. And there's some other people who've told us they're coming, some GFW train favorites. Unfortunately, there are a couple of guys that were hoping we're going to come, but weren't able to come. But that's all right. That's all right. Hopefully, we'll catch up with a lot of people from all over the country out there at York. We're trying to arrange, and we are putting together. We're going to be out there with a couple of motorhomes for sure. So take a look for the GFW Trains flag when you're out there, because we're going to be tailgating after one of the days there at York. We're also excited to be working with the TCA. It looks like we might be able to put together a couple of special YouTube events through the Train Collectors Association.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that for anyone. It says, PB Tech wants to tells us we have to run the G gauge at the port.
We don't have any G gauge. We did that was O scale.
Yeah, we did run O scale.
I didn't bring my G gauge. I'm sorry, guys.
We'll have
to go over and steal Grandpa's G gauge.
There you go.
Grandpa's got G gauge. It's under the layout.
He's told me about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Never run.
Ooh, that's like the stuff I just bought. They said never run, never run.
Oh no, this one I know for sure has been never run. The box is in perfect condition. All it does is sit under the layout. We got
it has been run.
Oh?
Yeah, run it.
You have?
Yeah.
Where?
Remember, I was you at one point in my life.
He had it when you were your age.
Yes, he
Yes.
did have it when I was my age.
I mean, when you were my age?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, he did. And we put it up around the Christmas tree a couple years.
A lot of people do that. I have a G-gauge Christmas set that my brother-in-law gave me. I keep saying I'm going to get that under the tree. So,
Oh, we should ask Grandpa to put that. We got. Also,
Because
totally
you're
off
married.
topic. This is totally off topic, though. Aunt Dinah wants a garden room.
Damn.
And you should see their backyard now.
yeah, but there's room for the real thing out there.
Yeah, it's true. They got a lot of room. But
They do something different.
they got a waterfall, like a pond now.
And
Yeah, it
the
looks
little
really
trees
nice.
they put around
Yeah,
with the lights
they
and
planted some
whatnot.
trees.
Back over there in the garden area.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so it expanded out. So you know where the fire, Uncle Bob used to have that fire? So they tore that down, and they put a permanent fire pit in there. And they tore the wall down, but that patio's still there. So they got tables and chairs there. And then on that,
Bob.
they got a waterfall that goes
Right.
into a pond that goes around like 4 feet deep. And Uncle Bob said he's going to put some fish in there so Sammy can fish.
No, I think the dog will be in there fishing.
Yeah.
He started digging in the garden.
Uh-huh. Oh,
I
yeah,
was
that
like,
the
oh
best
my
part.
God, you know.
Yeah, Aubrey goes in. She looks at the water, right? She's like, oh, she wants nothing to do with the water. Then she goes over to the garden, which Aunt Donna had just put some plants in and stuff like that. And she starts digging.
There you go.
Oh gosh.
Aunt Donna was not happy, but it was cool, really cool.
Well, thanks for joining us when you have North Country Trains. That's special to join us for Fast Friday. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you around the Roundhouse. So, Aaron Clevet says, "Did you see the American flag from the Man of Steel in Plano?" Sure did.
Drive by it every once in a while.
Actually, that's another thing that we should. It's kind of an area highlight. If we go out to Sycamore, I'll take you over there. But have you ever seen the movie The Man of Steel, which is the most recent version of Superman?
No, I haven't, but
They filmed it. The next town over from here in Yorkville, it's a town called Plano, is Smallville.
okay.
And that's where they filmed it. So there are a lot of things.
My contractor friend, because he collects all that stuff. you know.
Really?
Oh, yeah, he's a fanatic and whatnot.
And
If he knew exactly, yeah, he'd be all over me. Did you go? Did you get? Yeah.
And actually, now that you mention it, not too far away from here, only a couple miles away, it's not there anymore, but was the Clark Kent, or the Kent farm,
Oh, wow.
where they did the filming
Yep.
of that. The house that they built was just a prop, so that's torn down. But the actual barn,
Barn.
we should take some pictures tomorrow of you out there by that. This is not too far away. The barn where they kept the craft that
Right,
Superman was in on, and then also the in the movie there's when Clark Kent's father dies, that there's a lot of scenes in the cemetery,
Right.
and the cemetery where that takes place is right there, not too far away from our house here. Right
Oh,
around the
wow.
corner. Yeah. All right. It says James Train says when Wally watches too much Top Gear tonight, give me a speech again. George explains how G-scale works, and our special guest talks about his layout. All this and more tonight on Fast Friday. I like that.
I like on the start where they have a tonight. I give a speech again. George explains how G-scale works.
And I drink one.
And then they have the scenes.
Yup. I love that.
Johnny! I just gave some major ear rape right there.
Uh-oh.
Good news is this: you don't have a microphone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, Steven got some major ear rape right there.
I'm okay. Hey.
Johnny, how's it going?
Glad you could join us. So I gotta get the right angle. If I get the wrong angle, then I look really fat here.
Yeah, it's,
It's the right angle here, but then I don't get the right angle with you guys.
So you look like
pull this
really
down,
muscly
sorry.
this way.
Yeah.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, usually
Yeah,
I have to
nice.
pay money for that, guys. It's the gun show.
You need
Yeah.
you need an ID for, or you need a license for
All
that.
right, man. This is
You gotta hide that.
conceal and carry here. Yeah, well, thanks for joining us out of this, Johnny. We're really anxious to have you over by the house tomorrow. It's going to be fun for the open house. I'm glad you could come. So
Hey, did I see Mama Lulu's in the house?
Hey.
That's George's other grandma over there, my wife's mom. She's one of George's biggest fans.
That's right.
One of George's biggest fans. So thanks for coming. Oh yeah, Alaska. Those are the guns. The gun show right there. The gun show right there. We didn't get any feedback though. I was hoping for some feedback.
No.
IRM or baseball. Training baseball. No, nobody gave
If
us.
they gave us feedback, we weren't looking because we were talking
Yeah,
so
we're
much
talking
about
about
the trains.
No, I
But it is Friday.
Yes,
And what
it
do we
is.
do?
Talk about
Talk about
trains.
trains.
Yes.
talking about everything.
Most
But
of
mostly
the trains.
trains. Where that comes from, it's great. And nobody would. Not too many people get this, and it was something my brother-in-law came up with. Have you ever watched the Muppets?
Yes.
The Muppets were a show, and one of the characters is Sam the Eagle, and Sam the Eagle is always very patriotic, and we always say something like, "We're going to talk about all of the countries of the world, but mostly America." We're going to talk about all of the foreign manufacturers, but mostly American. So my brother-in-law, we went to a show in Walt Disney, or it was at Hollywood Studios in out there at Walt Disney World, and there's a Muppet show on there, and he talks about, we have got an epic show for you that includes all of the countries in the world, but mostly America. And then later on that day, we were doing some filming, and he's like, welcome to GFW Trains, where we talk about everything, but mostly trains. So that's where that's
Very nice. Yeah, I like all the Muppet movies. I gotta say, my godson. The last time we went out to see a Muppet movie, him and his girlfriend at the time, they now married. But they took Uncle Steve. We're there, and he's taking notes. Get this, write this down, he goes. Everything. So they got me the Muppet movie, they got me, whatnot. But I loved it, yeah. Anyway, take this down. He goes to his girlfriend.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So my dad down here says that he's going to have to move out for off the stream, and he's going out for dinner with my sister. It's her birthday tonight.
Happy birthday. We should all sing happy birthday. Come on.
We're supposed to sing on the stream. In case you didn't know.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Antoinette. Happy birthday to you.
Hey, Sid, you gotta come. But you better get on a plane right now.
Oh, he's coming?
Maybe I'll come. I don't know.
Send a plane out for you. Bernsey was sending a plane out for
We'll have
you.
Uncle Bob fly out.
Yeah, Bernsey.
Welcome back to the stream there, Bernsey. Welcome back. School's right around the corner.
Yes.
Sounds like Bernsey's already back to school.
I'm not doing school.
No.
Not this year. I'm just kidding. School's okay. Anyways.
Hey, can we slow down that one up there at the top a little bit? I love my fast train. That one's a loud one.
Yeah.
I got to redo the track on the upper level with the screws, so it's less.
Now, what do you have that on the phone?
Yes,
Okay.
it's a Woodland Scenic foam.
Yeah, I
Got it on
used
there.
it was in. It's no longer available, but it was an asphalt mix. You know,
Oh, really?
in a roll. And what was nice, it was like double-sided tape. You put it, you rolled it out, and then you placed the track on it, and you could test it. And then if it was good, I just put screws in to hold it. But it kept the sound down, and
That's nice.
yeah, provided the lower roadbed, and then you sound over it. You
When
know.
I put these the track on in the upper level, I just put it down because I was planning on going back and redoing all the screws. I just wanted to make sure that it was down. I haven't had a chance to get back and put it so that it would deaden the sound a little bit more because
Right.
it transmits the sound pretty
No matter what, I
right.
tell you. that's that open house that they were running the trains. It was loud, but everyone had a good time.
Matt, Train Lover 9943's in the house.
We
Hey,
got all
welcome.
the dudes on.
We got all the dudes.
All the dudes.
Yep. Well, hey, welcome to the stream. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Let's do this. Johnny's saying that you're the biggest Muppet of them all, George.
Oh,
Bruh. No, I think Tim is. Tim's the biggest Muppet of them all.
So, Brandon Ellison says you need to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged series. In every episode, Bandit Keith appears in. He ends every sentence with "in America." That spoiled the joke in one of the later episodes, so I'm gonna have to check that one out. KR Custom Models.
Dang.
hey.
Just got off of work. All right. Welcome
It's
to the
always
stream.
good.
Where are you at these days? You're all over the world. You're one place or another place and everything like that.
Well,
You
he's
have to.
probably in Germany making signals for German trains.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt that.
And he's graduated from 3D printers. Now he's using like 4D printers, 5D printers.
Boy, it smells too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Curtis says, I'm not back. I'm doing summer work classes next year.
Ooh. See, I could never do that. I could never do that.
You don't want to get that jump.
No.
No,
Okay, the only I've thought about it though. The only thing I wanted to do.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, the only thing I want to do is the summer before my senior year, take a bunch of my senior classes or not a bunch, but enough, like the harder ones over the summer. So then my senior year, I can just take electives and be like a kind of just enjoy it and not have the stress.
When I was a senior,
The
I
only
tried.
trouble with that now is then your first year of college, it's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So you want to work your way into it easy.
Yeah, I guess you're
Just,
right,
just try to balance it out,
I don't know. When I was a senior, I tried to take classes that girls were in.
yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Tell us all about the gym class. Tell them about the gym
Oh.
class.
My best was gym, right? We had to sign up for all of our classes, and of course, I'm taking all these classes. I took like data entry and home economics, and I took all those classes, and I thought, and when it came to gym, like, all right, I'm going to take gym. You get three choices for gym. You get a boys class, a co-ed class, or a girls class. There were three classes. There were three choices. I put girls.
They were filled with boys.
Oh, he stuck me in the boys class.
Well,
No, actually,
were
that was the
20,
girls'
right,
class.
right.
They were all.
if it's 2021, you'd be in a girls' class.
I know. I said, be like, hey, I need you to just identify with the girls. I'll show you how I identify with the girls. Hello, ladies. I'm walking. Oh, no, this is bad. This is bad.
Yeah, we're just off the trails.
Off the trail.
Uh,
Hey guys, what passenger cars are behind the Y3? They are Lionel 18-inch passenger cars. They're from the Fleet of Modern.
Yeah.
New modernism. That's my favorite. I love those cars.
they are beautiful.
That is a good one. That's a good one. Hey, Jason, welcome to the stream. Happy Friday. Glad you can make it. Got a lot of new guys rolling through the door. If you're just rolling through the door, give me a solid. Smash that like button. So, again, this is for the people just rolling through the door. We've got Stephen Koferl with us. He's a good friend and fellow YouTuber and fellow
Just got lost on his way cross country.
coming across the country. He's from New York, and he came out here spending a couple of days with us here in the Midwest, enjoying trains. But this is, again, one of the cool aspects of the hobby. Not only that, but it's a cool aspect of just everything that we're doing around here. And so keep it rolling. Keep this synergy alive amongst everybody.
Absolutely.
That's on here. And it's
And support one another.
You got it. They add smoked food to the Yellowstone, right, George?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I turned to smoking.
Oh, good.
Oh, thank goodness. Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing, right. When we got it, it was advertised that the smoke unit didn't work, and that it had lights. Like what do you call those?
Running lights.
Running lights.
All
Yeah.
right. So, but when we got it, the light or the switch that was labeled running lights wouldn't turn off the lights. And so we're like, how in the world? So we thought we did it on the remote. We emailed the guy. He's like, oh, I don't know. And so then we started messing around, and I was like, I wonder what this or the smoke switch does. You know, I tried to turn the smoke unit on because I don't know. I just wanted to see if it would work, right? And all of a sudden the lights turn off. I was like, wait, flip it back and forth.
Yeah, backwards.
And then I switched the light switch, and smoke starts coming out, and this is old smoke too. It's got all different scents. You got and it was a lot to take in.
Oh yeah, the full experience.
Yes. The full
Yes.
experience.
So we got one vote for the Illinois Railway Museum. For those of you that are coming in, we got two choices today for Sunday for Steven. He's out here visiting. And one, I want to know, what would you rather do? Would you rather go ride the train downtown and ride the L and go see a baseball game at Comiskey Park, then come home? That's one option on Sunday, or the other option would be going to the Illinois Railway Museum. Right now, it's one vote for Illinois Railway Museum, 0 votes for Comiskey Park. So please weigh in for us on that.
We're all pleading the fifth here.
Right?
Their day in court.
Right.
I plead the fifth.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
That's their wedding day. Speak now or
Right. Right. Well, I gotta tell you, there was a period of time in my life where I would usually stand in front of a judge, and I would represent people in maybe 4 or 5 divorces a week, and that's what I did. And I would go to weddings, and one of the things that they would say in wedding is, today we are going to create a bond that no man can break.
Yep.
And I got 5 the last week.
Oh,
Oh gosh, yes. So Randall, get another round of storms. Wow, it's been real stormy out here, but we've got some great weather. That's
As soon
why
as Steven comes, the storm just gets scared away.
oh yeah. We lucked out today.
Yeah,
That
we
was
did.
absolutely gorgeous out there.
So why don't you tell everyone what you did today?
We went flying. We went to Uncle Bob's hangar, and Uncle Bob set us up with one of his instructors, and his instructor gave us the skyline tour of Chicago. So we got to see a lot of cool train things actually from the top.
Yes.
Got to see Yola Yard,
Ooh, right.
Yes.
Out of Aurora here, huh?
the West Chicago Yard.
One
All
other
three.
thing that we got to see that I found rather interesting was I've never viewed a cemetery from above.
Oh,
Yeah, that is.
It was different.
Yes, it is. We saw two big ones. And we saw 3 Metro yards.
Yep.
South Shore Yard. And then we saw just a bunch of industries and CTA. Oh yeah. We saw the Breslin Center and
the Breslin Center.
not the Breslin Center. Where the Bulls play.
United Center.
United Center.
Breslin Center's where Michigan State plays.
Yes.
Yes.
And
You didn't realize how far we played.
Right, I mean, that was a good flight. Oh, all right.
and then we saw Soldier Field.
Yes.
And then we saw the Comiskey Park, not Comiskey Park, Guaranteed Field.
Guaranteed rate field, yeah.
But the best was his uncle buying a
Yeah.
condo.
So his uncle's buying a condo in a building in Chicago. The instructor.
Instructor.
Okay,
So
He's like, I'm gonna take a quick
I gotta
picture
take a
of
photo. So
So
you
it's-
gotta take over the controls. He says,
Yeah.
I got it. Don't worry.
it. And he took the picture. He's like, I see you. He sent it to his uncle. But yeah.
I'm flying! I'm flying! I'm flying!
He offered you the controls, and you no. I don't want it.
Yeah.
That's too bad. You need to get up and
Yeah.
get that courage up.
But yeah, so it was really cool.
It was.
Yeah.
It was really exciting, I tell you.
Sammy gave us a tour of the hangar too, so Steven got to
That's
see
nice.
everything. We got to see the
Everything.
camper. Yeah, everything.
All
Good
right.
to see Mr. McGrath's Jets.
Jets,
Oh,
yeah.
And then
Nice.
yeah, so it was really cool. And then we went to
Of course, it's layout, and you know,
we got to see Sammy's layout too.
Right.
And
run trains there.
yeah, we were in trains there, and then we got to see the backyard, which Aunt Donna was very proud of. And
Of course.
and then we had the crazy journey of following Sammy to the airport because I had no clue how to get there. So
And then
Sammy.
that one intersection with two Jeeps, the same.
Oh, yeah, so here's the story. Sammy, for his 16th birthday, he got a white Jeep Wrangler. And as many people know, Jeep Wranglers are very common. So Sammy is driving, right? We come up to this intersection. We kind of lose him around the curve. All of a sudden, there's two Jeep Wranglers. One on the right, one turning right, one turning left.
But his was hidden from
Yes,
view.
Sammy's was hidden from view. But we knew there was two because we kind of saw one pull up, right? And they both have McGrath license plates. So the license plate covers for where they bought them from. But at this point, Steven and I, we just take a gamble on which one we follow. Luckily, we got the right one.
Right one.
It was very, it's like, oh boy.
They're identical, except for
Except for the,
the
tire
spare
cover.
tire
Yeah.
cover. Yep.
So, yeah. We made it to the airport, safe and sound. Except for we did make a lot of questionable.
No, you did good.
Yeah.
You were doing great.
But Sammy, he doesn't like to wait.
He likes to drive. I drive fast.
I go fast, pretty much.
Ricky Bobby in it.
That's the people I follow. And then, you know, when I'm leading, I usually try to stay back and I'll pull over and whatnot. But I told you 2 weeks ago with that bunch of retired detectives and whatnot, and they're in the lead vehicle, and I'm losing ground, and I'm in the pickup truck. I'm on the parkway, and I had to floor the thing into the left lane. I left the rest of the crowd behind me because I said I got to stick up. I don't know where I'm going, you know, and I had to stay with the lead car.
Wow, yeah, but it's been crazy with all the storms.
Storms,
Like
oh,
that.
unbelievable. I came through quite a few of them in Pennsylvania there. Every time I go into the tunnel, I'd say, well, at least it's dry in there. You know, because it'd be pouring going in, the leaves blowing. And
So speaking of that route that he came on, George, when we ride out there on our way to York, it's something else because there's the Pennsylvania Turnpike.
I've been on the turnpike.
The Pennsylvania Turnpike?
Yes.
Oh,
Seven
yeah.
I went to
tunnels.
the convention.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yep.
Well, I slept through most of it, but I thought that had to been the coolest drive ever. So, right, I was younger, and so this is the first time I've gone really, like, I've been out east, but not, like, on the turnpike through Pennsylvania. And so, we were in the, we left, I think, like, really early, so I was sleeping, right? I wake up in the middle of the day, and we're going over a bridge, right? I look down, and there's this, we're on a hill, right? And then I look up, like, kind of to the side, and there's a cloud, like, parallel to us, and I was like, holy crap!
Yeah, you're high up there.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but it was really cool, and yeah, and we went to Pittsburgh, so
Yep.
yeah, there's a really cool train convention out there. Let me get the wire real quick.
All
Better
right,
run.
so Alaska 3 Railroad, welcome to this, or thanks for joining us in the stream here this evening. I realize that you got to go. If you haven't smashed that like button, please do. And don't forget, we've got a premiere tomorrow morning at 9 Central of first GFW Trains video in a while from a trip that we took to Branson, Missouri.
Branson Scenic Road.
On the Branson Scenic Railroad, right? So check that out tomorrow morning. It's a premiere. If you can't hit the premiere, make sure that you check out that video. We'd certainly appreciate it. Had a good time on that railroad. So, yeah, that's my little GFW Trains. It's been a while since I produced a video, put out a video. I've been just so busy, haven't had a chance to do that. George has been busy, so he hasn't had a chance to put much film in the can for me to do on that stuff. So this is a good one, and hopefully we'll get a couple of good ones. Maybe do some filming tomorrow with everybody over at the
There you
house.
go.
You got to see the preview.
Yes,
it's really
it's
cool.
really good.
But yeah,
Randall Ellison was asking if we're going to do any live streaming tomorrow with everybody here. It actually might be fun.
You
yeah,
can
we
do
can
that.
just put okay, this is my thing, right? I think we should just put the camera on, right? We'll put the comments up like that, so then people can just like they're
And
running
the
the
mic's
trains.
on, so
Yeah,
yeah, they can
so they-
talk and
people can
respond.
The only thing that it's going to be very loud.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of trains.
That'll be all right.
I don't think
But-
people want to turn off the sounds on the train because that's when
Yeah, but
everybody's here to show off their trains. So yeah.
that's what they're tuning in for.
I guess so. Yeah. So there might not be as much talking, but there will be a lot of train running.
You know, live
Maybe
runs.
we can. Yeah, maybe we can figure out how to do it
So
so we get that end of the lab too.
By we, you mean me, right?
Yeah, two cameras. You know, you can manage that.
Yeah.
I might be able to work something out, George.
Work your magic.
Or we might be able to work something out.
Royal.
The
The
Royal.
Royal We. You got to get the trains off the track.
The Royal we is good.
A lot of prep work.
So, hey, Chris Lambert wants to know if you enjoyed the Disneyland Railroad, George.
I did. It was interesting. It was different than the Disney Railroad or the Disney World
World
Railroad.
Railroad.
The Disney World Railroad, the trains are a lot bigger, and but the Disneyland Railroad has its own special charm to it. You go through they go through like this tunnel and it has like models of the Grand Canyon, and it's really cool, really cool. Then when we were in California, I got to go to Milepost 38, which was on Storage Wars.
Oh, right.
Wow.
It was a mile train tour on Storage Wars, and it was really cool. I got a video of it, so.
Rumor has it that you might be putting out a video on it, huh?
Yeah.
It sounds like.
And then the coolest part about this train shop is there was another train shop right next door.
Oh, wow.
There's two train shops right next to each other.
But they have different
But they
gauges,
have
so they don't
different
compete, right?
Yeah, so Milepost 38 had O and G, O, S, and G, and then the I think it's Kalani's train had H, O, and
Oh, for
and
North Country.
yeah. North
See,
Country,
we do care about our fellow modelers in
Yeah.
different scales.
Yeah. So that was really cool. They both were really neat. They both had cool things.
Well, that's like today we spoke of the HO being half scale, and
Yeah.
it's always interesting to see someone put it on the O gauge track
Yeah.
and whatnot.
Yeah.
It just brings the point, you know, it's like you forget that.
Right.
It is
Right.
exactly
Oh,
half
yeah.
O.
So Kane Custom Models says, hey, man, it was good to see you at all. Milepost 38, full place.
It was really cool. Although they said that they hadn't bought an O scale collection in a very long time. They had a ton of G scale stuff.
Right.
Ton. Well, I guess more or less a lot of the G scale stuff they had took up a lot of space. But
That it does.
yeah. But they didn't have as much O gauge stuff. I think they have like one engine per shelf, so it was pretty loose on the O gauge stuff. But we ended up buying some stuff. I got Papa something, and then
That's right. Yeah.
Nice.
yeah,
Boy Scout boxcar.
yeah, and so yeah, and then I got a reefer, an S-scale reefer. So I was excited about that. Because everybody knows I like my reefers.
He likes his N scale trades.
I like my S-scale.
George likes all trades.
I like all.
George likes everything.
Mostly trains.
But yeah, so really cool.
So what's the difference, having not been out to Disneyland in a long time, what's the difference between the Disneyland Railroad and the Disney World? The Railroad and the Magic Kingdom and Disney World?
Well, I'm not 100% sure. The trains are a lot smaller. So the steam engines they have there, I'm not sure if any of you really know the word Kimball, but they don't have tenders. It's just a tank engine.
They're all like that?
I'm pretty sure the ones that we rode.
Or is it just a small tender, right?
It's connected to the engine.
Right,
I don't
right.
know. Yeah. And so I guess I'm not sure if that make it a tank engine or.
Okay.
And so then the cars they have are I think I can't remember the Disney cars or the Disney World cars, but I think they're very similar. It's just the engine that it's different, and then the railroad's a lot smaller. But the park's a lot smaller, so that makes sense.
I would presume they're still fueling them with propane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they don't
So
use
that's got to be
coal,
under
right?
that little wood
Well,
stack.
those would have been wood burners. The engines
Right.
that they have
Would have been,
started
right.
as wood burners.
So-
But yeah, I bet you they use propane just because it's
Right.
easy.
Well,
It's cheap.
clean.
Yeah. Oh,
Being
yeah.
very much into the
California,
environment.
That's right. Because in California, they won't let you operate steam engines, coal-fired.
Right.
I don't know. But yeah, 'cause I know the ones in Disney World, I think they're wood-fired. And
Down in Florida?
yeah.
No, there's all
Are they
propane.
propane?
Yeah.
He was big on, like I said,
Yeah.
environment.
So then K&R Custom Models, how is the use table? O-Gauge, the O-Gauge use table was interesting. It had a lot of like parts trains. And then they had like used sections, which the deals weren't that bad. The Arnie's trains had a really big used section of N scale stuff, so I was excited about that. And then they had a really big section of HO scale stuff. They also had tents outside, just trains. So it was kind of felt like a train
Wow.
show with
Yeah.
tents and stuff like that outside. So yeah. Oh, Tim Lewis says both Disney Railroad and used to use recycled veggie oil from the parks.
Right.
They used biodiesel, but didn't know if it was still like if it's still like that. That's interesting. Tim Lewis is my friend from California. He lives in San Diego, and he's a big I guess he's involved in like San Diego Three Railers.
Yeah.
I forget the other couple that are out there that he's a part of, but I've met him through group chats, and he's also into 7.5 gauge, does O-Gauge, but yeah, really cool guy.
Cool. And he says
Doesn't
that
have, yeah.
he can confirm that Disney doesn't have propane.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, pain, but not propane.
Yeah. So biodiesel.
F Boosties with us. How you doing?
Hey.
Hello,
Good to
hello.
have you here. Smash that like button if you would. We're here visiting with Stephen Koferl, who's out from Long Island, New York, visiting with us and joining us on the GFW Trains Worldwide Studios. If you're in the area, don't forget we got our open house tomorrow. We'll be running trains, cooking some hamburgers and hot dogs, having some watermelon, and
It's going to be
drinking
nice
some iced
meeting
tea.
and greeting everyone tomorrow.
Right on, right on. So you hit the GFW Trains.
Nope,
Let's
next
see,
one up.
hit the GFW Trains. Email at trainbuds@gmail.com, and I'll shoot you out that address so you can and hang out with us. So that'd be cool. Don't forget also, GFW Trains also having a worldwide premiere of the Branson Scenic Railway Museum, or Branson Scenic Railroad video tomorrow morning at 9 Central. George, why don't you talk a little bit about the Branson Scenic Railroad?
So the Branson Scenic Railroad has got to be okay. So just to put it out there, man, when you look it up, it doesn't really look too exciting. Because all it is, I mean, on paper, it doesn't sound too exciting. All it is an F unit and some, streamlined passenger cars. But when you go there, I think the experience of it just makes it so special. The dome cars, and just the place that you are. You go over a 100-foot trestle.
Nice.
That's really cool, and it's just that the landscape there is so different from, like, I guess Illinois. I mean, it's probably very. I bet you New York is very. Is Long Island pretty hilly?
No,
No.
No.
All right, so then, yeah, it's
little hills. Like I
Yeah.
said, I live on like one of the highest spots, at
Yeah.
180 feet.
So I guess you never flood then.
No, we had so much rain. I got actually about 2 or 3 teaspoons of water in the
Oh.
basement. It was, terrible flood.
Dang. Yeah, we only have one flood, fortunately. Knock on wood. We don't have another one.
There we go.
As long as my landscaper keeps the
Yeah.
drain lines outside, the
Right,
one
that's
time
what
I
happens
moved
to us.
them inside and it filled the flower beds, overflowed the.
us
Oh
too.
God! I had 2 or 3 inches of water in the basement.
We when we had our flood, I found out in the morning after it happened. Very concerned that the boxes for the trains got moved. Because Grandpa's always talking about saving the boxes. Very little, so I was scared that the trains were going to get ruined. Luckily, I don't think anything was harmed. If it was, I didn't find out.
Find out.
Yes.
Now you've seen mine. The boxes are pretty pristine. So,
Yes.
but I got them up now in those little wooden boxes so
Yeah.
that they're
cool part about the way my grandpa's basement floods quite a bit. I mean, it floods more than most. Would you say that, Papa?
Yeah.
And so what they did is they took these I don't know what you call them. They're like these carts that have wheels underneath, and they basically, I mean, it's probably like maybe like a 4x4 piece of plywood. I should probably get 4x4 piece of plywood. They put wheels on it, and basically they just put all the boxes on there, stack them up, and that's what they've done. And if it's not on one of those, it's probably got
Little dollies, yeah.
Yeah. And my grandma, she's told me stories about.
I know she was saying how she rescued the boxes and dried them in the oven and whatnot. Oh.
Well, let me tell you, that was scary with all of the trains getting flooded.
She said she literally baked trains just to keep the water from.
Yeah, rusting them and whatnot. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. They were in actually. So we were talking about the Lionel oil derricks earlier today. For those of you that haven't seen it, Lionel oil derricks is it's a big metal piece, and it's got a little plastic derrick on there that moves up and down like that. I remember my mom driving that one out and pulling it up, and he had bent the oil derrick over this curve. So she put it back in the oven the other way, and it went back.
Oh my!
So that was a good one. So Lambo says, when Star Wars Land was built at Disneyland, the train was down for about 2 years. When they reopened, the new track plan created the first left turn in 60 years. Did not know that. So F. Boosty, this is what I live for right here. Says, thank you, GFW. You inspired me to run my trains again. Yep. That's what I live for. Those are the comments that touch my heart. And thank you for saying that and bringing that to my attention, because we've been doing this now for a long time. We've been having these live streams. This one is our 124th live stream, 124. And we've met a lot of neat people along the way. People on the stream, people like Steven, who've come out and met us. Tomorrow we're going to have our open house, hopefully meet some people that I've never met before. And it's railroading is such a neat community. So anytime when I know that we've lit a fire for somebody that didn't.
Well, that's why I said you got me back into it.
Or even just created friendships in the hobby, and you know, in a fun way. I like to think that all of the connection with all of those guys that you've had, that but for the YouTube here and you meeting us and saying he meet this guy and go here.
That's right.
I don't know if that connection would ever be made, and there's some great friendships amongst those guys too. So it's really neat, really humbling to think that's like that. Johnny says, if it wasn't for GFW, I would have had the chance to meet other people in the hobby. So that's what's cool, and that's what it's all about, everybody. Yep. Because the hobby is really cool, and from time to time, everybody here could probably say it's kind of a solitary hobby. It's not like the old days where something like baseball, where everybody around the neighborhood that's your age plays baseball. Yeah.
I remember those days. Like I said, your friends got together and you went to each other's layout and whatnot. Although my one best friend, he didn't have a layout, so all of his stuff came to my house always to run. So that was really great. But it was a bonding, and then we lost that for a while. It was that solitary.
Right. And it humbles me, and I think it's really cool. And even if I'm just a little bit of a fire that comes back up, I really I hope that happens. And one of the things that I'm really kind of sad about is that our Discord server has kind of fallen into the disarray, the GFW Trains Discord server. And one of my goals in the next 3 or so months is trying to get that back on its feet so that people can have a good forum and a good avenue to talk to. It's just that was a lot of work, and to be honest with you, I'm not that social media minded where I know how to operate something like that.
It's a little tough. Yeah.
Well, he does have a muscle car. He got a Mustang. And I'm supposed to, or 25th. Going out to the hangar with Uncle Jeff. Oh, well, I gotta do some planning, so I still gotta ask for Uncle. But That's the plan. We're gonna get the Mustang running.
So, Artemis, or Johnny as we know him, is asking Stephen if you have a chance to come over to his place and run trains at his place.
Well, that's what we were talking Monday, right?
So I
We were
think
gonna-
that's happening on Monday.
So if that works for Johnny, I mean, like to get out there and see it by all means.
From what I understand too, that Johnny's doing the whirlwind Chicago Hobby Shop tour too. So that might be a good subject for a video, you guys.
Oh boy.
Oh boy,
We'll
yeah.
have to do like a vlog.
Yeah. Stephen, you'll have to make sure that you break out your camera and get some good pictures of this. In fact, you gotta take some stills here of us looking like you look good.
Yeah.
So you take some stills, and then you can post them up there and get everybody can see the worldwide studio. See
Yep.
the Yes Railroad, GFW Trains. So, as Wally, when the stream is over, please read the emails and respond to them. All right.
Uh-oh.
Johnny says he'll be ready for it. All right.
Johnny,
Okay.
his layout is amazing. He's got a really cool layout.
It is.
Yeah.
I've never seen it in person. I'm bummed that I won't be able to. Maybe if you guys are there at a time when I can shoot over there on Monday, I might be able to at like lunchtime. If you guys
Yeah,
are
what's
there.
your combo?
It's not too terribly far. But yeah, maybe at lunch if I get the invitation, I'll shoot out there. And
We might do like the hobby shops during the day, maybe after work or something.
we'll see. We'll see. Brent Ellison says, I didn't realize how big the hobby was until I got on YouTube and met people like yourself. It's been one heck of a ride. I hope that it continues for many years to come. I do too. I certainly do.
Absolutely.
Aaron says, may the force be with you. Love it. Love it, Aaron. So I'm only one vote so far on the what to do on Sunday.
I think Union is a good choice.
Yeah, I think there's no bad choice in those
No.
two. There's no bad choice. Thanks, Johnny. If it works out, I might see if I can go at lunchtime to work or something like that if you guys are around.
So, I've got a question for everybody. For those of you who don't know, we kind of have two layouts. Like three. But two, like, if you come to the open house, two that you will see tomorrow. You have the one downstairs
This one.
and the high track.
The yes railroad.
We have the yes railroad, and then we have the high track.
The no railroad.
What's the opposite of yes that isn't no? I guess there isn't really an opposite of yes.
No.
Anyways,
The same
we don't have a
railroad.
train up. Yeah,
Oh, yes, that's right.
we don't have a train up there right now. It's just track.
Right?
What should we run? I'm asking everybody.
The high.
What should we run
Upstairs on the high rail.
on
Yeah.
the high track? Oh, the high rail. The high rail? Is that what you're
No,
calling
it's the high track. It's always been the high track.
The no railroad. But yeah, what should we run up there? Out of all our trains, I'm trying to think.
I was thinking putting a Milwaukee Road set up there with the little Joe.
See, I think that would be a good one. But the little Joe doesn't have crews. So you have to constantly watch it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of something with where we could have it and then
Maybe this bad boy. Put that one up there with the. I think that one might stay down here. That's fleet of modernism. Oh, you're saying you gotta get
Get
everything
everything
off.
off. Yeah.
I think
Everybody,
the only thing that's staying is my weeklies.
of course.
Of course.
Of course.
We can put them on the siding.
Yeah,
I might
absolutely,
make
exactly. The GG1, man. That's how I roll. That's my favorite train is the GG1.
GG1. That's what I had running on mine, but like I said, it got taken down so they could run some other stuff.
Right. Ooh, at FEF, FEF would be good.
That's a good one.
FEF, I was hoping that we would see. God, I'm drawing a blank. The show. Somebody got the FEF at the show. Griffin got the FEF at the
Iron
show.
Fox. Right?
Iron Fox.
Iron Fox. Iron Fox is his name.
Got it at the show this weekend. He got the FEF. And if you hadn't noticed, we are running our purchase from the show this last week too. We've got
That's funny. Iron Fox, and we got our engines from the same exact person and their same exact paint scheme.
Well, that's true.
His is Greyhound, ours is Greyhound. And then the cool part about the Greyhound Challenger is this one actually existed, I think. But yeah, this existed. It was an actual train.
So you'll see it coming around here. It's on this track. It's a Greyhound Challenger. We got that this weekend at the train show. We went a little crazy at the train show buying stuff.
It's
But
funny. You're in the car, pulling into the parking lot. My dad goes, "What are you looking for?" I asked my dad, "What are you looking for today?" He goes, "The Boy Scout engine,
oh yeah,
the ES-44." And I said, "Oh, so we're going unrealistic." He goes, "Yeah, sure." So I go, I would like to get a Challenger at this show." And I'd be like, he's like, "Oh, okay." And I think we were both thinking like a JLC Challenger, you know, something that isn't like, it's really cool, but isn't like, you know. And anyways, there's the Vision Line box on the table that Griffin brought his train from. I pointed out to Papa, and Papa goes, or he asks the seller, "What's in the box?" I go, "I'll show you." Opens it up, Vision Line Challenger in there, and it was pretty cheap for a Vision Line Challenger. So
I did some dickering. Although I'm a little disappointed. After I was all said and done, I figured there was a different strategy I thought I could use to get a better deal. I got a better deal on it, but I thought, oh man, if I just tried this one strategy at the end, I could have even got a better deal. But that's the way it always works when you're dickering, right?
Right.
Oh, if I just did this, right? But yeah, so did a little dickering, got a good price. Is that a good price? Got a better price? That guy had some really neat stuff on his table too.
yeah, majority of all of our O-Skill purchases were from that. Not you,
Right, I got a couple of Midwest Division Train Collectors Association cars.
but majority of them.
Yeah,
All my stuff
we
was.
got a couple of cool cabooses. In fact, the caboose on the Challenger right there is.
I got a reefer, another reefer for $20. You can't pass that up. It's an MTH reefer, didn't come with a box, but it was $20. So I'm not going to complain.
Right.
Santa Fe reefer was a PFE, but Santa Fe isn't that bad either. You know, so it's the one right there. It's the fourth car.
Hey, Brendan's Trains, welcome to the stream. What's your favorite Baldwin locomotive? Everybody.
I'm trying to think of a Baldwin locomotive.
Motive.
Yeah.
Which one?
I'm trying to think. I can't think. I'm not good with like the manufacturers.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Actually, I'm not really good with manufacturers in general.
Brendan, what's your favorite Baldwin locomotive? Everybody else, what's your favorite Baldwin locomotives? Yeah. James Train says Richard Rollins, him offer half price.
Yeah. So we were at Milepost 38. This guy's trying to sell the owner some trains. He's like, "I'll give you half price for all these engines." He had a cab forward, and I was like, I was about ready to be like, half price. The guy wanted 800, or like, no, I didn't think he wanted 800. I think he wanted like 1,200 for it. It's a TMCC one. I could give you 600. I'm about to go over there and be like, "I have 700 in cash. I'll figure it out."
Yeah.
But oh man. Anyways, he didn't end up selling it, but the guy was firm on his price.
They're both from Ohio.
Baltimore, Ohio, 4,500. That's a good choice.
Yeah.
That's a good choice. And then James Trace says, "Oh wait, is it 722 the Baldwin one?"
722.
Not sure what's 722, James. What is 722? We're drawing a blank here.
Aren't Disney trains are Alco, right?
What's that?
Disney
Trains
trains.
are Alco, right?
I don't know. I
He might be
630 is an outgo.
Walt Disney didn't get Aaron. Yeah.
Southern 72 is the system.
I would like to get a
but it's
model
built
of
by
630.
Okay. I would love to get a model of 4501 and 630.
Just 630. I like 4501.
The 4501, there was a cool K-line model at the train show this weekend. Yeah, that one.
What paint scheme?
I like all of them. They're all the green one's cool. The green one's cool. And how about you? Which
Well, I have The green one.
Yeah, the green one, huh?
That's the one Sid did
Oh,
the
upgraded
upgrade.
everything
Yes.
on. Yep.
And
That's
he did
it.
it for RJ as well.
And RJ loves the Southern, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. That's
So,
a neat piece. That is
we
really
were
good.
talking about that because they got to get the three together: the 4501, the 1218, and the 611. Because RJ had sent me a photo of the three. They were doing a charter and they ran the three engines.
No kidding.
So he says we got to recreate this.
That's cool. Yep. But yeah, that one's a neat one, and one of that engine is. I love the story behind the 4501 about how that was one when the steam was going out that they rescued and kind of saved that engine and brought it around as a showcase piece. And other railroads realized how big of a piece of Americana that the steam actually
I
was.
was supposed to ride behind her, and she had just been completely worked over. And on the trip back from the repair shop to the storage facilities, the bearings overheated.
Oh no!
So yeah, it sat. We were behind I think it was a diesel pulling with a smaller steam engine, and it was just one of those nights. Air conditioning on the cars, one by one, they were breaking down, so they were getting them serviced and ready to go. They get there, they were about an hour and a half late to start the trip, and it was a dinner trip. We get to the place, have dinner, and then we could walk over to see 4501 parked there.
Oh man!
It's at dusk.
Oh, yeah.
Then we get back on the train, we're riding back, and one by one the cars, they're losing lights because they all have, their own generator on the cars. Well, the diesel fuel ran out with running the late run and whatnot. So, riding in the dark.
I was just thinking about this too. If you guys are coming over tomorrow, bring your own remotes.
Yes.
Yeah,
We won't have enough. If we get one,
We've got five.
We've
We've got 2 TMCCs and 3 legacies,
but
and we've got
remember
Mike's Train House one.
we got 2 mics, right?
Yeah. Actually, we've got 2 mics.
If they
we've
bring
also,
their own, their engine's going to be set in it already.
Yeah, but if you bring an engine and you would like to run your engine, bring your own remote.
we've got the capability to run.
That's a requirement to run your engines on the layout.
We've got the capability to run off your phone too if you download the app.
Right.
But that's it. Yeah.
So, hey, Stephen, thanks for coming by and joining us on the stream tonight. Good to have you here. Smash that like button if you're just coming through the door. And if you're just checking it out, wondering who's here, this is our good friend Stephen Koferl from Long Island. He's come out to visit with us. And
You guys are an OG if you remember when I used to call Steven Stephen.
Yes.
that was good. That one is good. Stephen, hello, Stephen.
Hello, Stephen.
Yeah.
Stephen. That was a long time ago.
Right. Well, hey, Aaron Klebat wants to know if you went on Smuggler's Run.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, we did. Mm-hmm. Really, really cool ride.
Good. Well, hey, listen, everybody. We've been on for a while here. We've had a really long day on our end doing a lot of cool stuff, and we got to gear up for tomorrow. George is over at the Sycamore Steam Show, so if you're from the Chicagoland area and want to see something cool, Sycamore, Illinois, they've got the Sycamore Steam Show, and George will be operating trains out there with the Prairie State Railroad Club. So that we've got that going. And afterwards, here at the GFW Trains Worldwide Studio, we're going to be having our open house. If you can come, it's going to start at 6 p.m. And make sure that you shoot me an email, and I'll send you our address. GFW trainbuds@gmail.com, right up there. And I'll send you the address. Love to have you over. We're going to have some hot dogs, hamburgers,
I think this is
some
the first one where you didn't have a break.
watermelon, and some corn and everything like that. We should have a good time. So anyway, thank you everybody for joining us this evening. Hope you have a great weekend. Had a good fast Friday, and we've enjoyed being here. And Stephen, it's great to have you on the stream.
It's a
and
pleasure.
be a part of the,
Yep.
the GFW Trains. I know that you're part of the worldwide audience, but it's good to have you here as part of the studio crew. So,
There you go.
great to have you on. And guys, make sure that we've got a really cool YouTube community here. Support each other. Let's keep this synergy going. One of the cool things of the stay at home is that we had a chance to all meet and bring our world closer together through YouTube and through all of the different electronic mediums, through Discord and all of the other things like Twitter and Instagram. Instagram. So anyway, please keep the chat.
It's the
Yeah.
talk.
Let's keep this synergy going. And if you're from the Chicagoland area, make it out. Come out, see us, visit with Steven. I'm sure that he wants to meet for all of the
Absolutely.
Midwest guys out here.
And if they're ever out my way, look me up.
Sure, and make sure that you see Steven's channel. Steven's channel is in the link down below. Support him. He's got a lot of great content. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. Love to get him a lot more subscribers here. So anyway, with that, everybody, we'll see you around the roundhouse.
So let's go sit you on the way out.
All right.
Hey.
Bash.
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 Yes.
All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Thanks for spending a little bit of time with GFW Trains. Enjoy trains, enjoy each other, and have a good one.